Raider reaction is mature audiences only. So if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire.
Well, hello there, Raider Nation. It's been a minute. What's up? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, featuring the special Rip Raider Green Room. And just where is that? Well, man, I know it's been a long weekend. Had to celebrate Thursday night of that fucking drubbing that we put on the pathetic ass Cardinals. Had to go through the whole weekend, and yeah, so let me break it down for you. Give you some simple directions. In case it's been a minute, you've been in the adult beverages already, a little bit of the herbal refreshment. We're not here to judge. Shit, that shit's legal in I don't know how many states. Enough. Or not enough, depending on what side of the fence you're on. But I digress. Landmarks. You all need landmarks, right? Because, you may be a little in the bag already. So, look for the house just down the street. The one with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop there and look for my man Joe. He's draped in silver and black. You'll know who he is. He's a gentleman. He's a scholar. He's a man of commerce. Slipping what you should, he's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the damn street, minding your own damn business, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeleton floor. You'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and man, as it is every Monday on Raider Reaction, we've got so much to get into. We've been days since we've said it and talked to you that I have to have somebody join me to get into all of this nonsense. So we call Monday a little Monday night Misfit madness. Not exactly sure what that means, but it means this guy is in studio with me to break it all down, whatever it may be.
Hey bitches, how y'all doing? It's your man.
Like the breeze.
Blowing in like an autumn wind, motherfuckers. Welcome. Enjoy. I'm gonna sit down now. But I'm watching you bitches.
Have a seat, though. Get comfy. Get comfy. We've got some shit to get into.
I'm gonna take these off.
All right. Now, those of you that want our little flash contest, got everything packaged up. It's going out first thing in the morning. So Jack, and Russ, finally got Russ's address today. Your stuff's going out in the morning. And thank you for your support, as always. Fine, gentlemen. All right.
You got me over here fucking around like Tattoo again.
Easy. No, I already hit the switches, man.
The planes.
There we go. I gotta drop her all the way down. There we go. I gotta put it on the suspension. All right. So as we get into every Monday night, we like to start out with the big story of the weekend. And the big story of the weekend this weekend, again. Now it should be anything besides what it is, El. And again, the big story of the weekend is what? AB and his fucking helmet again is the big story of the weekend. It's what we talked about all weekend. He didn't practice Sunday, and then you had Mayock come out with his, you all in or all out, or, toes on the line, whatever.
I'm just going to preview a little bit.
It's
y'all getting on my fucking nerves.
It's
Believing.
helmet,
Josh Jacobs said it best, and he's half most of y'all ignorant asses age. And just because it gets written, y'all run with the shit like Forrest chasing a fucking Studebaker. The fuck?
Oh, my switches are getting out of hand over here.
Ooh, I did it.
But Josh Jacobs, he's been dodging the camera at Hard Knocks. He's been living right so far. But the AV saga has, oh man, it and now
What's up, Mark Anthony?
He's found two helmets. Apparently, one from one's from 14, and I think one's from 2010, and now they're testing those.
Well, I mean, the 2010 one, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
The 2014,
if
anybody else is wearing that helmet in the league, I'm sure he's not finding a mysterious fucking helmet. If anybody else is wearing that helmet in the league, why all of a sudden does it need to get tested? That's my question.
The whole thing is, I understand the spin on it driving ratings for Hard Knocks, and I can see that, and it has, quite frankly. Everybody's dying to see if it's included in the show, if you're going to get more of that in there this week, but...
And that's my thing. My question for all of you media jock-sniffing jackasses, you low-budget ass, unfunny comedian bastards. How many of y'all thought he was going to play in a preseason any damn way?
That's really what I'm saying. I put up a poll earlier because I wanted to use the results of the poll in tonight's show. And I put up a poll on the RAIDER reaction page earlier, and it was, do you think Antonio Brown is going to play week 1? I last checked, it was up around, I think down 400 or so votes, and it was 88% in favor of full belief that Antonio Brown is going to play week 1. Do you care? Can you tell me how many passes he caught in the preseason last year? The year before that? Do you give a fuck? No, because those stats are irrelevant. They're practice statistics. Nobody gives a shit. What you care is what he does from week 1 on. After that, I don't care. Dude, you saw the guy who's standing on a fucking goddamn medicine exercise ball catching passes with fucking glasses on in fucking March. I'm not worried about him and his hands.
And if all of you gotta be bitchy ass whining, sniveling fans. Ariel, you posted something that was dead on.
That was funny. I seen that.
Yeah, but the reality of it is this. Oh, what's cracking, brother? Too. I'm gonna get out there. Do you not remember? He was practicing. He was burning people with bad feet. His feet were worse before they shut him down than now. But he was out there playing.
Yes, when he came out the first time, they were everybody was just like their jaws were on the ground. They're like, "Oh my God, to have a #1 here, it just elevates everybody." They just oohed and awed. Do you not think they're gonna ooh and ah about this shit when the season comes around?
Corey gets a special shout at this point in the show because he pointed out AB's played in 2 damn preseason games in the last 3 years.
There you go.
But y'all bitching now. Shut the fuck up with y'all's fucking whining.
He doesn't play, man. Marshawn didn't play. There's a lot of guys that just don't play in preseason.
And they all are bad because guess what? They don't talk to the media. So they go find the crackhead in the hallway that listens to half of a conversation and then they pay him top dollar because he says, I heard something about AB. It's like TMZ has become the way of the world in the media. It's bullshit.
It's
what's going on, Lines?
It's NFL off season. It's all about throwing up a headline that's gonna get you to fucking hit it and click it, and that's all they want. That's all they want, and they're getting it again. They are milking this helmet thing to the end, man. It was the big story of the weekend. Again, it drove. Not only was it the lead Raiders story of the weekend, it was tops in the NFL, man. It was the biggest story.
Dude, they were talking about it today because he came back to practice. So what?
Of course he
You don't think him and DC are off on the side doing stuff? They've been doing it since he got traded here. You don't think he and Carr already have a rapport?
Did you not see what Derek Carr did with guys he'd never even really played with before when he got out there with his first drive this last week? I mean, come on. You got a guy like Antonio Brown. What's the route? Whatever it is, he's going to run it and he's going to be there. And if you put the ball there, he's going to catch it. What more the fuck do you need from a quarterback, man? The guy's going to run the exact route he's supposed to run. He's going to be where he's supposed to be, and he's going to catch it. How much drilling do you need of that? If your quarterback's on point, your wide receiver's who he is, who just does his job.
And if he's mastered the routes, and he knows the routes, and he's practiced with DC enough. I'm what?
I'm what?
Wait, hold on. Why can't we be Rob and Big? Yeah. Why we got to be Beavis and Butthead?
What's up with that, Ariel?
I mean, come on, dude. We could be Chico and the Man.
Cheech and Chong.
Here, here.
Up in smoke.
Is where my
Shortly.
money goes. We'll unleash his ass. But you know what? When you
I would say that's our big story of the weekend. That's our big story of the weekend. I would say. Now, I do want to touch on one thing. I didn't like the fact that Mayock came out yesterday and gave him the ultimatum, basically. Basically came out, and it was the first that you'd seen him given the boss stance of one of those guys. Before then, him and Gruden had stepped out. Had been, we support him. He's working through him. Whatever it is, we're supporting him. And I think that's what you got to do going forward. I think he slipped up a little bit, and they caught him a little off guard, and he spoke a little off the cuff. You know, that's what he wanted to say, but you can't say that. You know, when you bring a guy like Antonio Brown in, you're bringing in a fucking #1 wide receiver diva. That's what you're bringing in. He's got this fragile little ego that you got to pet, so that when he goes out on the field 16 times a year, he balls the fuck out. That's just what you got to do.
That's my thing. And I was going to say, Dan, yes, first string's supposed to play at least a half. That still doesn't mean that there are certain people that aren't going to play for a few snaps and come out.
There's a difference. You got first string players and you got elite superstars. Elite superstars don't have to play anything in preseason. They just got to come out, stand on the sidelines and pads and high five. There's a difference. There's only so many elite superstars in the league. Those guys, I don't need to see playing practice. I don't care. I honestly don't.
And Kenny was like, I agree with you. But see, and like Kenny, nah, he ain't above nobody else. But the reality of it is he's all in or all out, fine. But this is the reality too. He wasn't gonna practice because of his feet.
That's
anyway.
bullshit, Kenny. That's bullshit. You treat everybody the same. Bullshit.
No,
your fucking long snapper is not the same as your fucking quarterback. I don't care. It doesn't matter if your fucking quarterback's had a little bit of the sniffles. Oh, you'll go sit him down and let him. Take the down. Your long snapper, that motherfucker's out there, man. We need you working. Get out there.
I have one.
There's a complete difference. There's a hierarchy in sports.
And I
100%.
promise your ass, if Mo Hurst came in and was given a half-ass effort, he'd still be on the team. Same draft class, same everything. One is a proven entity.
It's a new
and
world. These are millennial athletes.
One was a lazy bastard.
This is a new world. These are millennial athletes, and this is a new world. If you're going to bring a guy like that in who has, the guy brought his own fucking rug to step into a hot air balloon. Do I need to say anything else about the fucking mentality of this guy? He's an all-me type guy, and you got to pet that. That if you're going to bring that in-house, you have to understand that. Because that is the way he excels the best.
What's happening, little bruh? Sean. And, yeah, Kenny.
Understand the commodity
he needs to help everybody out. But you know what? One of the best ways he can help, when it comes to preseason,
did you not see?
To let that team unity build, and if he's got issues, one of the best things he can do is keep his ass away so he doesn't help the cancer grow in the young players.
Did you see him on the sideline in the game, man? He was high-fiving. When it's time and it counts,
but you know
everybody's making way too much about fucking practice.
About nothing.
It's practice.
Iverson. Go ahead, get him, Iverson.
Practice. We're talking about practice.
Practice, man.
Practice. No, go to the stat books and pull up the scores of what the practice scores were for last year. Oh, they don't keep that shit. Oh, because it doesn't fucking matter.
But they do keep track of who went undefeated in the preseason. The last team to do it was what?
Well, the Lions did it, and then they went 0-16.
Oh yeah, they sucked the gas pipe all year.
Since then, I don't
know. The Browns did, and guess what the Browns did that year? They went 1-15.
Yeah, that means
it means nothing to play in the preseason.
It's nice to win. It's nice for your fans to come out to support you, to cheer on your practice, your organized practice, and to walk home victors.
And you know what, Russ, you're laughing. I bet you he's in practice after those cameras go off.
I bet he is too.
Cash money.
I bet he is too. Russ is probably hitting nail right on the head.
They're not doing anything. Not a thing.
Yeah, you haven't seen Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs is hiding from the cameras. He's stealth.
He don't want to be bothered.
There's only, 3 more shows? And then that's it. Training camp's over now. So they're 3. They got five episodes total.
So in essence, they're only going to be there 2 more weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's going to be done. So it is what it is. So enough. That's the big story of the weekend. It was AB, and it's fucking Helmet Gate, man. I told you last week. I know he's going to talk about this again, and we didn't make it a fucking week.
And remember, I didn't disagree.
No, I know, but
I
can't believe a week later, and we're already talking about it again. But he was at practice today, and but he's filed. Rumor is he's filed another grievance, and so the saga continues.
Hot Neil
of Helmet Gate. More to come. If you haven't joined the official group of Raider Reaction, the Raider Reaction Empire, come to the dark side. Click on our group tab on the page. It's the official group of Raider Reaction. It's real, raw, uncensored. It's that time of the season. You want to be able to speak your mind, and you don't want somebody censoring what the hell you have to say. This is the group you want to be in. We're not. Our admins are not going to be tapping you on this. So you can't say that. Why are you posting pictures like that? No, we don't give a shit. We're going to laugh at them. We're going to give them likes and, you know.
See, because he's
Just keep it within the boundaries and guidelines of basic human decency, and you'll be fine in this group. But it is the group for the dark side of Raider Nation. So come on over to the dark side, the Raider Reaction Empire. Click on the group tab and join the group today. So,
and Amy, you're right. They were all grandfathered in. All of their helmets expired this season. The only difference between
that was a little bit of a rumor, the Brady thing. That's a little bit of a rumor because he has conformed. He is wearing the helmet,
and he doesn't like it, but he's just doing it because God forbid he ruin his post-football career because he actually acted on something. He hates the helmet. He's come out and said he doesn't like it. He's just wearing it. Aaron Rodgers doesn't like it, but he's changing it.
Yes. But they're
Antonio
quarterbacks.
Brown, they're quarterbacks.
There's a little different. I understand it.
People get kicked out of the game for hitting them.
You're talking about, I mean, we're not just talking about any old wide receiver bitching about his helmet. We're talking about one of the premier wide receivers in the game, one of your premier superstars. The guy was just on the cover of fucking Madden that sells millions and tens of millions of copies worldwide. So he is one of your elite athletes, and he is complaining about a piece of equipment that you are mandating him to use to be able to do his job. The guy has a legitimate bitch. Whether you call him a fucking whiner or not, he does, and he's in a different position than the quarterbacks that are being forced to wear it.
And he is a 150% target. One, because he's a wide receiver, and there is nothing that provides anybody more excitement than to fucking get a kill shot on somebody coming across the middle. Two, he's AB. He's known for running his mouth and backing it up. And third, he's silver and black.
Yes.
Silver and black.
He's a different beast now, and they look a little different.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, moving on from that, let's bury the big story of the weekend, and we got to follow it up. No, okay, he's got to call him out right, man. It ain't Steve-o. He's got to call him out right. He likes his drink, man.
They're drink. I don't know. Maybe he threw up a seal or something.
He knew the game. All right. The weekend D-bag. Of course, you got the big story coming out of the weekend, but you've also there's always the weekend fail because it's the weekend. You got Friday night, Saturday night. You know the possibility of a fail happening. Then it's good. So I think I'll start out. I don't think mine's quite as juicy as L's, so I'll throw up my weekend D-bag candidate for this past weekend. And man, I love to laugh at the Cowboys. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
I just can't. Well, yeah, you can because he's glued to him.
But this weekend, man, when I seen Jerry Jones basically mocking his franchise running back, his one of the league leaders in rushing over the past 3 seasons, and you're like, Zeke who? Like, dude, are you really mocking your franchise running back? Like, so he's like, fuck it, I guess I'm going back on vacation. So his running back fucking bounced and went back to Cabo. Like, dude, what a D-bag.
So he flew to Dallas to fly back to Cabo.
Yeah, well, when you hear the owner basically like, Zeke who? Like you don't even, like, who are you? I don't need you. Like, you don't? I mean, myself and the rest of the league were sitting there laughing like, what a douche. So, Jerry Jones, he's my weekend D-bag. I mean,
when your skin's pulled so tight, every time you smile, you rip your pants. I mean, it's like, whatever. Let me see. So, I'm going to circle back around to you fans. I've already voiced my opinion about what I think of you guys bitching and whining about a player that wasn't going to play in the preseason anyway. I'm going to come at you guys from another angle, a little bit farther back. Remember, right around draft time? I know, see, I've seen a few of you bitches floating through here. Yeah. Who were you guys talking about trading? So we could pick up who? Yeah, you motherfuckers know who I'm talking about. You know. Let's trade Derek Carr and sign draft Kyler fucking Murray. You motherfuckers are the fucking D-bags of the week. You fucking short-sighted, no knowledge having motherfuckers, you.
Well, it didn't.
That's all I have to say, you dumb motherfuckers, overreacting bitches.
He didn't look good, Al. He didn't look good.
I shit things that look prettier than his fucking game.
Somebody say purple drink. Purple drink. Purple drink. Yeah, that was that was a bad performance, and hats off to Paul Gunther and the scheme that he brought in. I mean, that's just a preseason. This is a preseason scheme. He shut that minor league football shit down with a fucking quickness. He got a safety on his little midget ass. That was.
And he slid into home like he was safe to give us the safety.
Yeah, it was.
Motherfucker so bad he got confused at what game he was playing.
We all made jokes about his size. All you heard about was his size. But the one thing that stood out when I watched that game, L, was like, look at that little motherfucker.
How little is this motherfucker? I mean, shit.
Look at this little guy running around out there. Poor little fella. Somebody gonna get hurt. Somebody grab that little guy.
My daughter would be bigger in pads.
I mean, good Lord.
And she's 12.
Yeah, somebody's gonna light him up. He's a quick little sumbitch, so it's gonna
and
take
that
a
quickness
minute.
is gonna get his ass turned the wrong way.
He's gonna be all right for a minute. He's
gonna have a 250 pound. He's gonna have a 250 pound freight train.
But he's gonna turn the wrong way one time, and it's only gonna take one time. You know, it only
once.
My mother smacked me once.
Once.
Oh, that was a great fucking movie.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go home and watch it.
That's a great fucking movie.
You finally getting some of the message.
Fucking ISIL.
Bonus points for whoever can name that movie.
Boom! JD.
Yes, JD, my man, I miss you. Oh.
Before it was even asked for, he was on it. He was on it. So, well, the weekend D-bag. There you have it. L, he went deep for the D-bag.
Oh, no, that was shallow. Because shit floats, and that was one of the shittiest takes of the fucking offseason.
It was, man. It was so stupid. Who was running with that shit? Fucking idiot.
This is fucking war.
Once.
My mother kicked me in the balls once.
Oh, that's a great fucking movie.
Oh, shit.
So, social media outlets. You should follow us on all of them. Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, of course, like, share, and follow us right here. We're almost at, we're over 33,000 follows, but we're almost at 30,000 likes. So that's like our next plateau. Tomato.
Well, yeah,
that's our next
plateau.
Whatever we're trying to fucking reach. We're within tens of there. So let's get to that bitch, man. I want to hit that motherfucker before Black Friday. Because I think once we hit Black Friday, we'll blow past that fucker. The top silver and black stories, L. Well, I mean, the biggest one, obviously, is the performance Thursday night. You saw Derek Carr on the field for the first time. You saw his opening drive, his basically his debut of the 2019 season. The Here the Fuck I Am. What do you think of me now? Well, what do you think? He handed off to his new toy, Josh Jacobs, who looks fucking awesome. Look stellar.
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs looked great on the opening drive. He did exactly what you thought he should do. He turned the hips. He was sideways through holes. He looked good. Carr was 2 for 2 and a touchdown, and executed a pretty much flawless opening drive. Man, it was exactly what you wanted to see out of the franchise quarterback to start out the 2019 season.
See, and I'm just gonna say it again. I mean, it's like, I'm so excited because the injuries, or right now the handicaps, quote unquote, so to speak, on the O-line are at guard, not center, and not tackle. You can hide an injury at guard because he's between two people. It would be difficult at center because that's basically the anchor. It's difficult to tackle because it exposes your perimeter. He's a guard. So our offensive line, until Incognito gets back, and until Jackson gets back, we're going to be okay.
And if you look at the snap counts and what they did on the offensive line in this last game, you saw the bulk of you guys who are going to start only getting like 6 snaps during the game, and you saw the rest of you guys getting the bulk of it. Your backups, James, Kirkland, Parker, Cooper, those guys are getting the bulk of your work in preseason because those are the guys you're wanting to see who's going to be the cream of the crop that's going to step in to fill these voids that we have at the guard positions that have popped up. Miller's looked good at tackle. Yeah. I mean, he's making a believer out of me.
He was playing with a bum crap knee.
He was one of my biggest questions, man. He was one of my biggest questions because left tackle is the blind side of your franchise quarterbacks, one of the most important positions in the NFL, and I was concerned. You know?
And now you see Gruden may have known what he was talking about last year. When
he may have. I mean, but you got to see. And Good has returned. Denzel Good's returned, so he's back and working towards playing form, which is positive. Just seeing him back and the fact that he's able to start participating again is very positive because that means you got some more solid depth back in there at the guard position. So,
right, and that's the thing. And for those first 2 games, we just need, and that's the other thing with Good being back. You can rotate so you can keep those 3 guys fresh.
Yeah,
because and then
depth,
when Incognito comes in, you'll have 3 guys rotating at one position. So for any given time, you can always have the best of those 3 on the field until Gabe gets back. We have the running. The kid showed he has what it needs. Does anybody remember what happened the last time Carr had an offensive line and a running back?
Yeah, he didn't get touched, and we went to the playoffs.
And would have had home field had his leg not got put on backwards if Donald Penn would have told somebody that his plantar fasciitis was fucked up and he played most of the second half with a fucked up foot.
Yeah.
But
he was trying to play. I don't even blame
short-sighted, short-minded. I'm not going to go there because you guys already are the D-bags of the week. And, yeah, again, Mr. Who's this? Johnny Page. Any more muscle hamster questions and you will be added to the list.
Well, we're going there right now. We're going there right now. Because
we are?
Well, not necessarily
okay,
him.
I'm sorry, Johnny.
Back. We're going to running back. So he's in there. Not
okay,
necessarily him.
JD, you are a D-bag, so there's no reason to, like, even, you know.
But we are going to running back because you've seen Josh Jacobs. He came out. He started the game last week. But over the last 2 weeks, the running back who has really stood out has been DeAndre Washington. So you've got Washington. From all the stories I've seen so far, they're looking at the Raiders keeping maybe 3 running backs and a fullback. At most, you keep 4. Probably that 4th is most likely your practice squad. So you probably only got 3. So you've got Josh Jacobs. You got Jalen Richard in there. And then you've got D-Wash, Doug Martin, James Butler, and Mack all fighting really for that number 3. And the the next guy up would probably be your practice squad guy because it looks like Smith's probably going to be your fullback. I don't think Ingold's going to take it from him. It's probably going to be Smith. So, who are you looking at between does D-Wash? I take D-Wash over Martin any day. I don't. Doug Martin's not even in the conversation for me. He's out.
Yeah, I mean,
he's done.
Maybe they're trying to audition him for somebody that needs running backs because I think at the end of the day, we're going to either try to trade one.
Transition his ass to the dumpster. That's what I think Doug Martin needs transition to.
I mean, we may try to trade. Maybe they're putting D-Wash on display because they want to trade him. Because we already know Richard is that Swiss Army knife in the backfield.
Does that mean they're planning on keeping Martin? Because I don't think they keep Butler, man. I don't know. I wasn't horribly impressed with Butler. I mean, his stat line was okay.
I mean, you see Butler's like average at best.
Mac
was
how
bad Chris
way.
Warren came into camp.
Mac didn't look that great to me either. I know he got a touchdown. He had an okay stat line too, but I didn't think he looked that great either.
But see, I don't see them keeping. Well, no, but see, again, D-Wash showed that he's grown exponentially with catching the ball. So I don't know. Maybe you keep both of them, and you can use them as the inside.
sees it the other way around at fullback. Ingold in and Smith is out. The only reason you're seeing action from Ingold right now is because Smith is injured. As soon as Smith comes back and healthy, I think Ingold takes a seat. He's a rookie, and I don't think he's going to overtake Smith.
But I would say that Ingold has proven that he's worthy of a spot. If Smith comes back and he's not 100%,
maybe.
Ingold is balled out. He's taking advantage of his opportunity.
It's possible. It's possible we keep four. But like I said, then that fourth may be your practice squad guy that you keep. It's a possibility. So we will see. We will see. It was just nice to finally get to see a little action of Josh Jacobs. He's another one. I don't care how much I honestly see out of that kid in preseason. I don't. I mean, running backs kind of get that a little bit in training camp and practice, and I would rather him not take the hits and be a little more healthy coming into the season. I don't need to see a lot of him in this next game. I mean,
you haven't seen the only receiver that you've seen anything from.
Who the hell's going to watch this game anyway? Anybody? Is anybody going to watch this game? Why the fuck they stick this thing clear the fuck up in Canada for?
Because they want to show Canadians football.
Well, real football on like a regular sized field?
They want to show them football without a stripe.
What a stupid idea. I mean, I guess if you live up there, you're like, hey man,
Shh. Oh, we have somebody that lives up there.
If you live up there, I guess you're excited about it, but I don't see where it's.
We have somebody
I know.
You've already been put on double secret probation this week.
Oh, I'm fucking. I'm always walking the line. I don't walk on eggshells.
Yeah.
I step all over them.
That's right. That's Benny Cash if you need him. He walks the line.
And trip over it. But they were having the story rumor news was out of the tickets weren't selling that good. It wasn't going to be a packed house. It wasn't their best move. Yeah. Well,
preseason game, but you notice in Hawaii, the place was almost sold out.
Well, yeah.
And our boy Mo was there.
Yeah, it's Hawaii. I mean, it's a tourist destination. Not where the hell is this at? Ontario?
Yeah, I think it's where the Tiger Cats play.
The who?
The Hamilton Tiger Cats.
The who? That's a football. That's a football team. The
Tiger Cats.
The Tiger Cats.
Look.
Isn't that like a? I mean, isn't that redundant?
The CFL has a team.
That's like saying the Wolf Dogs. Yeah, a Tiger Cat.
Wait.
Well, I know it's a cat because it's a fucking tiger. Wouldn't it just be the Tigers? What's a tiger cat?
I got one better.
That's just retarded.
Got one better.
What?
The team in Ottawa, they're the Red Blacks.
The Red Blacks?
That's it. They are the Red Blacks. I'll give you one guess what their team colors are.
I'm guessing black with a little red. Or red with a little black.
Ding, 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 ding.
Interesting.
Road and alternate uniform.
Well. I don't know my CFL. I
They
apologize.
are, yeah.
The Argonauts, beyond that.
Yeah.
The Alouettes.
Yeah.
Jean de Alouette. After that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, something like that. That's about as far as I
Yeah,
go.
we try to stay on the path as much as possible.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Yes.
There you go.
And now you have all 6 teams in the fucking CFL. 6! And they call it professional football.
Is that all they have?
Dude, the CFL used to be like 18 teams. Yeah, there's 6.
There's 6 left?
And at one point...
That's not a league.
Oh, the Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Remember, Saskatchewan and Ottawa used to have the same name. The Rough Riders. Team had 6 fucking teams, and 2 of them had the same fucking name.
Interesting. Not really.
Yeah. I mean, Ottawa never changed their colors.
It's not really interesting.
Maybe there's a lot of colorblind people in Ottawa,
Possibly.
and they had to tell them what colors they really
all
were.
the snow blindness from them living.
Either that, or they picked up something new from the sheep.
Snow blindness. Having to live in the fucking wherever frozen tundra. Running backs, sticking on offense, L, the wide receivers showed out as well. No Antonio Brown, but you did get a little Tyrell Williams action as you see him and DC hook up on one of his 2 completions.
And see, then like I've said, I mean, look, if he can stay healthy, which he didn't do in San Diego,
No.
he's
Seems
a
to be
good
problem
receiver.
for them here lately.
Dude,
My God.
Back-to-back days, dudes snapped their twigs.
I mean, I won't laugh at anybody getting injured, but
But you know what's funny about
if it's gonna be somebody getting injured, I'd just assume it'd be in our division. I mean,
you know what Derwin James broke? They tried to make it sound all fucking official and shit. His 5th metacarpal metatarsal bone. He broke his fucking pinky toe.
yeah,
Yeah. Fucking pinky toe is gonna keep his ass out for a majority of the season.
pinky toe.
Pinky toe. 5th metatarsal bone. Pinky fucking
In
toe.
the pinky toe.
Mm-hmm.
I broke pinky toe.
Shit hurts.
I completely off sideways 90-degree angle off the foot. I was at work the next day. I wasn't moving the best. I wasn't,
Yeah, I mean, I may have been.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't running, top speed. But
top speed, the fucker could outrun me with a broken pinky toe.
I'm saying,
Just saying,
Ronnie Lott would say, cut that pinky toe off and send me in. Just saying. Fuck, come on, fucking millennial athletes.
But like I said, I think Keelan Doss earned his spot on the team at some point.
I don't know, man. I was looking at, and you would think so, because he had, he had a fucking great, statistically, he had a great game. He had 5 catches for 38 yards, but it's a 7.6 average. He was targeted 5 times. He caught every fucking ball thrown to him. So, but man, when you look at the fucking depth chart, you've got Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams, Ryan Grant, Hunter Renfrow, and JJ Nelson. That's 5 guys right there that are probably gonna make the team. And then you start looking at all the other guys. You got Marcel Aitman, Pearson L, Keelan Doss, Rico Gafford. Rico Gafford, who just had the big play in the last game. Pearson L's gone, yes. So I'd say you're probably down to Keon Hatcher, Marcel Aitman, Doss, and Gafford. Only one of them. You're probably only going to keep 6 at the wide receiver because you're keeping the return specialist. You're keeping Dwayne. So it's
See, I don't know. Maybe
out,
they keep
man.
an extra. Maybe they keep an extra receiver.
Well, I would say one of those
see,
guys probably goes to practice squad.
I'm telling you.
So maybe there's 7.
I'm telling you. Maybe Doss goes to practice squad to start the season. But this is my thing. I've been saying this since we drafted the fucker. Marcel Aitman is going to transition into an H-back / tight end type. He's big enough to do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
He's big enough to do it.
We'll see.
He's bigger. He's bigger than 2 of the tight ends that are in camp now.
We'll see. I've seen a lot of guys with their projected 53 have Aitman as one of the practice squad guys. Pearson L, most people have him at the bottom. Gafford, he's been a guy that's just kind of hung around, and now all of a sudden you get that one play, man, and that's all it takes to everybody to take notice, man. That 53-yard touchdown, and all of a sudden Rico Gafford's on the radar for everybody as well. But Keelan Doss has been solid. Even last week, he had the 2 catches, but they were short. Nothing big yards-wise, but he's looked solid, man. And you need that solid possession receiver with the great hands, great red zone receiver, and he can be that guy. 5 targets, 5 catches. I mean, what the fuck more do you want out of the guy?
Yeah.
Every time he threw the ball, he caught the motherfucker.
True. And see, and lines, is he skilled enough? We don't know. Remember, Todd Christensen's first 4 years in the NFL, he was a fullback.
Then they gave him them cool-ass fucking shoulder pads and said, "Fly, Todd, fly."
I think it was the perm.
Maybe. Could have been the perm.
But, yeah.
So a perm would change my life.
Don't ever sleep on the fact that if you have the ability...
Could you imagine me with a perm? That would change my life.
Dude, I had a curl. I just let my soul glow.
Oh, man. Ouch.
Well, had to.
Things are breaking in the studio. Easy now.
Don't know, Lines.
Easy, Nancy. Easy.
Oh,
Easy
damn
on
it.
the hair.
He has hair.
A lack of.
He has a tail.
Shaven. Not bald. Shaven. It's a choice.
See.
It's a hairstyle.
True.
There's some stubble there.
Yeah, see.
Choice.
Exactly.
Yes. All right, moving over to the defensive side of the ball, coming out of the Thursday game. Arden Key, man.
Hey.
He was one of the big talks all offseason. Is Arden Key going to come in big enough? Is he going to make the step up? It's his second year. So far, so good. It's preseason, I know.
Hey.
But what else do we got to talk about? It's fucking preseason. So you're going to talk about preseason because that's all we got.
And my thing is this. He looked good leaning on, because last year, yeah, he had that burst of speed, but he was light as a feather. So
he wasn't big enough for the NFL.
If he didn't beat him to the corner, he didn't have enough leverage to push him and turn him.
No.
But now he still has that burst. But now he has that little extra beef to get the door turned.
He has looked good. He has looked good. LaMarcus Joyner has looked awesome at the back end. He got the safety on little guy.
That little fella.
And he's looking like a great addition in the offseason. He's
those 4 games are gonna suck.
Man, who would have known him coming in and him, he's going to be the leader back there. Who would have thought? So LaMarcus Joyner back to safety. He's looked.
He may be the reason why Joseph gets traded.
It's a good possibility. I mean, that you got Eric Harris and you got Abram back there,
and that's what I'm saying. If Joseph doesn't step up and become that franchise forever safety, so we have twins back there, then Joyner could end up being, okay, you'll be the makeshift until we can find that other one. Well, but we're going to get rid of him now while he still has value.
I see a lot of Joyner being used as like your third corner in certain sets too, where you've got your other 2 safeties back there as well, because he's kind of a versatile type guy. And I like what Nancy said, and I want to touch on that. The feeling after the game, and I know it's preseason, and I don't. It's practice. we get it. You know, we're not going to get all. It is what it is. But did you not have a little bit of that feeling after watching that game, L, that you just watched the offense come out and really performed well right out of the gate? They just switched guys in. Second team guys came in. Offense continued to perform well. And it just kept moving all the way through the game. Defense got a little suspect there towards the end when you start getting third and fourth stringers in. But as the game, I woke up Friday morning like, fuck, man, I fucking felt like $1 million, man. I start to see what we've been wanting to see for a couple seasons now. Well, I see a little bit of a corner getting turned already, and
Bro.
That was a great performance in the first half of that preseason game.
I laughed. I looked at where I was watching. I looked and I said, "Y'all get ready. All that shit. I hope y'all enjoyed all that shit y'all was talking. We may not." I said, "We may not make it to the Super Bowl, but there's gonna be a whole lot of motherfuckers that's gonna be ready."
You ain't looking past this on your schedule no more. It's competitive, man. That's all I want to be this season is be competitive, be over 500.
Because
that to me is a victory. Be competitive, be in the games, not have somebody come in and walk all over you. You hold your own, be competitive. And that's a victory in 2019.
Because think about how horrible we were at the beginning of the season. Losing games that we should have won with a bunch of sniveling, whining veterans. By the end of the season, we were the hardest playing team in the league, and we're in every damn game we played, except the last one. I mean, the Chiefs should have lost that game. Their defense was horrible. They're not going to be able to, and our offense wasn't that great.
No.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers going to be eating crow. Remember, they were talking all kinds of shit about us before the draft, and then they were like, oh shit. They were talking shit about us after the draft.
Yeah, the defenses look phenomenal. What was it like like 5 quarters in, 5.5 quarters, and they've allowed 3 points so thus far through the preseason. I mean, the defense has played well, played really well. So I'm interested to see how much you see some of these guys in this game coming up. I mean, it's week 3 in preseason. It's typically your biggest dress rehearsal to get ready for the upcoming season.
And you know we ain't gonna give them shit because we play them in the regular season.
Yeah, so this is a bit of a weird one. Gruden bitched about this last year, was having a preseason game against an opponent that you have during the regular season, and we're getting that again. And
once again, it's in week 3.
Yeah, it's fairly early in the season. So it's
well, no, I'm talking about even in the preseason. If we're going to play a common opponent,
not the most
put it in
important
week 1 or week 4.
Exactly, not the one where you're going to get the biggest dress rehearsal of what they're going to do possibly in the season. Luckily, the Green Bay game's a little further down the line, so it's not like last year where we played them and then it was like right away we were playing.
And the thing for me is, don't panic if we get our dicks drugged through the dirt, because more than likely it's going to be. But then also, it's Green Bay.
Yeah.
We're in the we're in the second year of an offense. This offense came to Derek Carr probably about week 12 last year.
Yeah, and Rodgers is in a whole new offense. He's dealing with a whole new offense up there too.
He's a sniveling bitch. He's kicking and screaming.
How much do you think we see Carr on Thursday night?
It depends on how efficient they are. If we go down,
I say a quarter. I don't need to see him a half. I don't think he needs to be out there a whole half.
And it depends also on how well the line's performing. If the line's performing, they're getting them the fuck out of the game.
Yeah.
They're going to get the line out of the game. If they come out there and they just knock heads, they go down, they have a couple of sustained drives, it's a wrap. You ain't going to get them. You're like, okay, they're good. Fuck it.
True.
Let's go. Let's look at the backups.
Yeah, if they look like they need a little tuning here and there, I'll probably keep them out there a little longer.
Because I think that the biggest battle on the team right now is between Glennon and Peterman. Nobody thought Peterman was.
I ran a
fucking
poll the other day. That was the other one because I wanted to use that. So I'm glad you brought that up. That was a poll I ran the other day. I ran a 24-hour poll, and it got hundreds and hundreds of votes on right now, if you had to make the call, who the starting or the backup quarterback would be. Who would be your backup, Glennon or Peterman? And about 66% were for Glennon. So I still think Peterman's that. I think he's your cool preseason story, but I don't think he gets it. I think Glennon showed this past week why he can get it. He would be your steady, consistent guy to come in and keep the fucking boat afloat if you had to do it for a few games. He's nothing sexy. He's not gonna come in and be the guy. Peterman gives you that. He gives you that. He could be that guy that comes in and he could maybe spark something for a couple games. But I think Glennon's, he's your safe choice. He's your tall, prototypical fucking 6'6", stand in the pocket, NFL quarterback. He keep you above water. But that's about it. He's your finger in the dike guy.
Given Gruden's, I bet you he would keep Peterman on the practice squad. If he didn't,
he might.
I still think that
he might, but I only see us keeping one backup. But the other guy could go to practice squad.
I would say you put him on the practice squad because they're going to implement that offense while they're both still there.
Yes. Well, you heard it. That means we're done. We ate up an hour of your time, and we thank you for spending any amount of it with us, as always, here at ReACTIon.
We love you.
We got a solid week planned for you. Tomorrow is Hard Knocks. We will have the pirate page up, and we will be streaming that son of a bitch illegally. So you come on by to our little...
Don't share it,
little illegal pirate party, and then come join me right after, because I will be live. It is not my wife's birthday this week. That was last week.
Yeah, say young.
And we'll be... here for the live reaction show right after episode 3 of Hard Knocks. Directly after Hard Knocks tomorrow. I will be here live. Bet your sweet ass. And then
should I give you a 2-2?
Wednesday, Prime is back. Thursday, of course, we've got game day, preseason game. And then Friday is Black Friday. And we've got a very special edition this weekend in studio. Prime's going to be in the house, in studio. So, we got some shit going on this week. So make sure you tune in. This guy will be back Mondays. We'll do this all over again.
Thank you for tuning in.
Same radio time, same radio channel. Until next time, we're out.
Pepper.
Peace, love, Raider Nation.